Moody suggested that the change of outlook reflects a deterioration of Israel's governance, as illustrated by the events surrounding the government's proposals for judicial overhaul, without, they say, seeking broad consensus. While reaffirming Israel's sovereign credit rating at A1, Moody's had previously upgraded the outlook to positive in April 2022. The last time Israel's outlook was stable was in April 2020, at the start of the pandemic. In a joint statement, Prime Minister Netanyahu and Finance Minister Smotrich said that the Israeli economy is stable and firm. They suggested that the concern of Moody's analysts regarding the public controversy and its influence on Israel's political and economic stability is, quote, natural for those who do not know the resilience of Israeli society. Smotrich also addressed Parliament's Finance Committee, suggesting that while he took the report seriously, he believes judicial overhaul will ultimately be good for the economy and that any harm would come from the protests. Some experts have suggested that Moody's outlook is unlikely to harm Israel's economy, but that its influence on further credit ratings could potentially make an impact, and have urged the coalition to shelve the plans. While the high-tech workers' protest headquarters suggested the government is smugly ignoring all the warnings of the economists and heads of industries.
The report issued by Moody's on the Israeli economy left the credit rating unchanged. However, the outlook for the future has been reduced from positive to stable. Moody's report clearly indicates the reasons. It's the new government headed by Netanyahu and the legal reform that they are trying to execute. The reform is bad for the economy. The process is bad for the economy, and in contrast to claims made by Netanyahu and his ministers, it is the protest against the reform that is beneficial for the economy. It shows the strength of the civil society in Israel.
Looking ahead, Moody's acknowledged the coalition's efforts to pause the legislation while seeking a compromise solution with the opposition. However, it warns that it is far from clear whether a compromise can be found. Meanwhile, on Monday, negotiations are continuing at the president's residence. Negotiating teams have until April the 30th, when Parliament returns for the summer session. However, there have been reports that the government may delay the reforms further while it attempts to pass the state budget, which it must do by law by May 29th, or the country could head to elections again. This is Jodie Cohen for WION World is One.